Hello, I'm Michael, participant of the Sun Trip Rally 2018 from Lyon in France to Guangzhou in China. I hope you can hear me well this time because I'm not recording this video on the road while riding, but while camping on the edge of steppe. I'm close to the Kazakhstan border now. Less than 100 kilometers from border, and I am camping on the edge of the steppe, or at least what I would call an edge of steppe. There are still some fields around me, but you can already see land which is not agriculturally used, which is more or less wild. I am trying to do some repairs to my bike. I am using local fresh willow wood, which is material with a long tradition in aerospace industry. Early balloon gondolas were made from willow wood, so I hope it will work as well for me. I was using already some wood to do my repairs, but fresh willow wood should have better mechanical properties. Oh, I call my team Erecni Aerospace because my future plans include building ultralight solar airplane. So I am kind of gaining experience with engineering because I have not studied mechanical engineering. But as you can see, the frame I have, the steel frame I have designed is so far performing quite well. You can see this Victron controller. This is capable of 2 kilowatts of solar input. So it's almost ready for my future ultralight airplane. You can see my campsite over there. I will be talking quite a lot today. I will be talking about 10 minutes, showing you this beautiful place. This is really beautiful campsite, about just about half a kilometer from the road. You can see in the distance, or I don't know if you can see, it depends on the resolution of the video. There are some car lights on the horizon, but I don't know if they will get recorded on the cell phone. You can see that I collected the plastic and metallic trash on this campsite to plastic bag and left it there. So when someone local comes with car, maybe they will get a clue or understand what I mean, and they will carry the trash somewhere to a trash can. I don't know where nearest trash can is. Of course, this is my own trash. I will carry my own trash as far as would be needed, but I have no capacity to carry other people's trash. You can see I've set up small ant trap here because local ants were really after my food. So I invented this little trick that I gave them some remains of food I no longer need, and they seem pretty happy with this. I think this is how ancient vigils to gods and spirits maybe have worked, because they were modeled by this idea of tricking animals. So if some god of spirit comes to chew on your mind, maybe you can just set up a trap, so the spirits will chew on will be satisfied with some waste and not come too close to your soul. Anyway, you can see this beautiful river just next to my campsite. This river is really full of very clean water, which is very inviting. I would like to swim in this water, but unfortunately the shores, the banks of this river are very muddy, so it's almost impossible to get into this clean water without sticking down to my knees in mud, which is really funny. I think it describes it is a really good metaphor for how for Russia as a whole, because there is so much good to see in Russia, so many nice people, so many nice encounters, and so many nice places to see, but of course you are risking to stick into the mud before entering this. So this time I haven't really entered this river. You won't enter the same river twice, but I haven't entered this river even once. There were two beautiful swans. It was like Swan Lake. Two beautiful pair of swans was swimming in this river in the evening during sunset, but these swans just seemed to like privacy, and they moved away from me. So I hope that I will stop disturbing them and leave and continue my journey. But this is not easy because there are clouds and my solar bike is not charging, of course. So my battery is empty, and today the forecast is for clouds all day. So I will really have to continue pedaling, which is what I'm quite reluctant to do, of course. Well, I haven't shown you my face so far. I will try to do so, but I really hate to listening videos with these talking heads just talking and thinking that we are interesting in seeing them talking. But well, let's do some attempt on showing you my face. So this is me with my solar bicycle and with my campsite. Well, the Sun Trip is absolutely fantastic project, fantastic organization. I'm really glad I have chance to participate in the Sun Trip rally. There are about 30 of them. I found myself explaining all this in Russian for about 1,000 times during Russia, because people are asking questions, and I found out that my Russian knowledge after 1 week in Ukraine and 2 weeks in Russia is coming back to me. I was learning Russian as a child at school because it was compulsory when I was young during the Cold War era of Czechoslovakia in 80s. I haven't practiced my Russian in 30 years, but some of the words are coming back, and I even learned some new words to use them correctly instead of just kind of pidgin Slovak I was talking instead of Russian. The Sun Trip arranged for us 3 months Chinese visa, and if I manage to traverse Kazakhstan, which will take me probably about 1 month, I have 1 month limit in Kazakhstan, so I should traverse Kazakhstan in less than 1 month. I guess 3 weeks are maximum. So if I manage to do this, I will be able to enter China, which is a really unique opportunity, unique chance. So this video is already nearing 10 minutes. Well, I would like to say that if there is participant in Sun Trip, Petr Splozner, who they call a poet of the solar bikes, because his bike is much more do-it-yourself than myself, because my frame was made by professional welder. Really, there is not much of my own work on this bike. Only project is mine, but I've let the work mostly to people who are competent to do it. So if Suntrip already has poet, I would maybe like to be kind of philosopher of Suntrip, because when you are traveling alone and you have really a lot of time to organize your ideas in your head. I don't even have cell phone coverage in this place, which is why I'm recording this video, because internet is not distracting me anymore. Well, for example, about collecting this trash, well, I don't want to teach local people what to do, but on the other hand, we as an industrial civilization, we already teach them to buy plastic stuff and to consume stuff packed in plastic. So now if someone from this industrial civilization comes and shows them that maybe it's a good idea to collect the trash, so I think this is nothing which should really annoy them. I really think that most of the people I met saw some practical application of solar panels for the first time. Well, they have seen solar panels, of course, as some kind of stuff from future, like on satellites and on television, that this will be the sustainable energy will be the future of industrial civilization and so on. But these are just messages on the television and really in the media, and it's just the kind of future which is like 30 years ahead in the future, but we have so much future which is 30 years ahead in the future already for half a century. We are like we have our own mythology, our own stories about the future, but this future is not already there. One of my favorite science fiction authors, William Gibson, said that the future is already here, but it is just not evenly distributed. And I think that we should bring a little bit of future to these local people, so they can touch it and they can ask us questions. I really can easily answer any questions regarding numbers, because Russian numbers are almost the same as Czech numbers, with little exception of 40, which means 40, which is 40 in Czech, but 40 in Russian. But otherwise, it's almost the same. And so I was explaining that I have 240 watt solar power, 1 kilowatt hour battery, 1 kilowatt motor, that I can go 40 kilometers per hour, but also only for 1 hour. And if I want to travel all day, I have to slow down to about 28 kilometers per hour. So they just got solar power put into some perspective, and they will not overestimate or underestimate the possibilities of this technology. And I say this is good. That this is really some movement which is different from just writing newspaper articles and really just avoiding media, avoiding just communicating directly without the need of some media shortcut and so on. Of course, and the important message is it can be found, that the renewable energy can be found, that you can use it to compete in slightly different way than when you compete in sports, even on motor motor release. Of course, there is not so much adrenaline into it, but still it's fun to compete, and we can find new ways to compare how efficient our vehicles are. Well, you can see this road on the horizon. There is a bridge just right to my bicycle, and the road goes all the way to the left. And in few hours, Lady Francois Danel will be taking this road. She's unbelievable. Her bike is very efficient, and she's also very efficient, and she's chasing me for already about 1 week, and every day she's getting closer to me. So really, this is a shame that I am not able to travel faster than her, but somehow I will continue today in an hour or two. Well, I will continue this later. This video is already way too long. I will watch it and try to organize my ideas and talk about something else next time. Maybe it would be easier if I just write it down. For many of you it would be easier just to read this than to listen this, but I apologize. It's really much easier here for me to talk than to write and publish on the internet. So, thank you for watching this. See you again, and have a nice day. Bye.